Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Sanchit, I'm a psychiatry trainee in the UK.
And I'm Varun, I'm a radiology trainee in the UK.
Today's video is something quite special. It's our 1,000 subscriber Q&A.
Yeah.
Clap for us.
You say 1,000. Yeah. We're almost at 2,000 now.
Yeah. We got 400 subscribers in the space of the last week and a half, so this is not that soon after we had 1,000 subscribers, but it feels like it's delayed now because we're nearly at 2,000.
But yeah, so this is a chance for you guys to get to know us better. Let's get into the questions that you guys have for us. So, taking a leaf out of Ali Abdal's book, we're going to be splitting this into different sections.
Personal questions, questions about work, medicine, that kind of stuff, and then just random questions that we couldn't really fit into either category.
So, question number one, Sanchit.
Yes.
Very nice question, actually. What were your first impressions of each other?
So our wives were friends, our friends, and we first met for dinner.
Yeah, mate, I was vetting you.
Yeah, so Varun was with his wife a lot longer than I've been with my wife, and so I was being introduced into the group, and there was a kind of an interview process at a restaurant.
I feel like your wife built me out to you to be some sort of cartoon character villain type person.
She made you seem like you'd be scarier than you were.
I'm not scary.
Yeah.
I'm a very chilled guy.
Yeah. I think that was my first impression. It was just you and your wife were both just quite chill.
Yeah.
And just quite normal people.
Yeah. So what I first thought of Sanchit, I think, did we meet at dinner?
Yeah, I think so.
So we met at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Before I went in, because my relationship with his wife is very much like big brother, little sister, but not in a protective way, in a I make fun of you way. Yeah. So I was kind of like, this guy must be an absolute dweeb if she's brought him home. I remember talking to Seema on the way to be like, you'll be an absolute dweeb. Because leading up to this...
Her track record wasn't good.
Her track record was marked, let's just put it that way. But yeah, he was alright. I remember meeting him and being like, he's actually quite a normal person.
Yeah.
He was quite reserved initially, which I think you have to be when you meet people that you have to quote unquote impress. But yeah, that's what we thought of each other. So I thought, well, I didn't think he was a dweeb, I thought he was going to be a dweeb.
Yeah.
But he's actually alright.
That was even before meeting me.
Yeah, but he was actually alright. And yeah, friendship blossomed from there.
Yeah.
Into the beautiful relationship it is today.
Yeah. So this was quite a good question from someone I know quite well. What have you enjoyed the most about your YouTube journey?
I think watching how the channel grows. Because I think when you first start, I don't know about other people, but you just think, who's going to watch this?
Yeah, definitely.
And not only who's going to watch it, but like, are people actually going to enjoy this? But then if you see the comments that you get, and like how many views things get, and how many likes they get, and whatever, people actually genuinely seem to enjoy some of the content we put out.
Yeah.
Which still blows my mind. And that's both on the entertainment side, so like our reaction videos, and also the useful stuff that we put out.
Yeah.
There's a market out there for both. And yeah, just seeing that you actually have something worthwhile to say, that quite surprised me, and I quite enjoy that.
I know what you mean, like sometimes when you look at the stats on YouTube Studio, you see that this month we've had however many 100 hours of view time. And if you sit down and really deep that's crazy that someone has watched us talking for that long. Yeah. It's mental.
Like, let me show you guys an example. Imagine us two, we're sat here watching The Simpsons, for example, and this month, in terms of how many hours of that somebody's watched, or people have watched, 2,650. People have been sat there watching us watch The Simpsons for 2,650 hours. That is mad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that kind of engagement that I've really enjoyed. Yeah. And I guess apart from that, the comments. I mean, it's just really nice getting nice comments and interacting with people. And some of the weirder comments we get as well.
Yeah, I think I would say that's one of the things I've enjoyed as well, is seeing the stats and seeing the channel grow and seeing the views and the hours and all that kind of stuff. And it really is crazy that there's that much interest. And I know in terms of YouTube, we're tiny. We've only just started making a tiny bit of money, all that kind of stuff. But to us, it feels massive that thousands upon thousands of people are watching and they're watching for thousands of hours. It's crazy. But not only that, I think one of the things I've enjoyed the most is the people you meet through YouTube. So we've collabed with loads of people now. I think all our medical journeys are with some other doctor. There's been a few other doctors that we've collabed with as well, and we've made a few friends out of it, and I think that's been really enjoyable as part of the YouTube journey itself.
Yeah, we met Kieran through this. So if you're not subscribed to his channel, go follow him. We'll leave the link somewhere down below.
So yeah, we met Kieran through YouTube, through a collab, and now we're actually good friends outside of YouTube itself. But yeah, there's Dr. Serena, who's over in Australia. We got to speak with her. There's Dr. Mike, who's one of the GPs in Manchester. We got to speak to him on his channel. There's loads of other doctors that we've spoken to. And
Imran Lasker.
Yeah, Imran. So we spoke to him for a bit as well, again for a video on his channel. And you just get to know people and what they're up to and what they're doing around the world, actually.
Oh, Taha Taha, Junaid.
Yeah. So
I mean, you never met them, but
yeah, I didn't go there, but
yeah, maybe go to social. Yeah, that's actually really good. But I think that's, now that you've said that, that's probably the thing I've enjoyed the most is meeting all these people. Because it's mad to think that you're never going to meet these people otherwise.
Yeah, you don't even know they exist.
Yeah. So another question for you, Sanchit. If you weren't a doctor,
yeah,
what would you have been?
I think that's a really good question. I don't have any idea. When I was looking into medical school and that stuff, I did some work experience in engineering.
Oh yeah.
And I hated it. So that I wouldn't have gone into engineering, because even though I know now that engineering is very different to what I did back then, as a 16-year-old, after that experience I never would have done it. I think I would have done economics at uni and ended up in some finance related job, I think.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, essentially. So I would have probably been much more well off.
Yeah.
But I think looking at it realistically, I would have done some sort of economics at uni, gone into economics at some university, and then gone down the finance side of things. What about you?
Good Indian boy over here. Don't know what I'm chatting. So me, I would have been a professional cricketer.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's the decision you made at 16.
Yeah.
I was like, go play for your country. Or...
Yeah, do you know I used to play Ben Stokes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stokesy.
Yeah, Stokesy, mate. Who's laughing now, mate? Look at me and look at you. And sometimes I do sit there and think, this guy's retired from cricket. He's a multi-millionaire. A man sat here revising radiology. Sometimes when I'm deep in revision, I just sit there and I'm like, But yeah, obviously I would have been a professional cricketer, but...
Yeah, obviously. But if you say got an injury, what would you have done?
Oh, okay. Then, actually, I didn't actually ever want to do medicine until the last minute of applications. I don't know why I should change my mind. But I was gearing up for the same as you, engineering. In fact, I got an offer for biomedical engineering from Imperial.
Oh, so really?
Would have met you there.
Yeah.
So my plan initially was to do something like that and then do like an MBA and be some sort of like business.
Yeah. So it's one of those nondescript careers.
But get paid a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of wish I'd done that now.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I don't really know. I think similar to you, I would have done like economics or finance or something. And then kind of got one of these jobs in the city, hopefully. I feel like now that I'm in medicine, you don't really know how the rest of the world works.
I know you need to like get internships and apply for jobs and stuff. The thing about medicine is, it's such a controlled career path. You have to do very little thinking. It's like a conveyor belt. You can just not think about what you're doing and just come out as a consultant.
Yeah.
You pass these exams that you need to do, you do these rotations, and it's just done for you. Whereas I think in the real world, you have to go and seek opportunities, which you don't really have to do in medicine. I
think that's the good thing on medicine is like, it's not easy. So we're not saying, oh, you just come out as a consultant. It's a lot of work. But if you're a hard worker, every decision is made for you. And it's good in a way because, like I said, you don't have to seek opportunity. But it's bad in a way that if you want a slightly different career or if you want a slightly different route to get to a certain place, no.
There are certain things you just have to do.
Yeah, you just have to do it, that's it.
There's no like getting promoted early or getting a pay rise because you've done well or anything like that.
I think that's what annoys me sometimes is no matter how good you are, it has no bearing on how you're rewarded. Like you know, you can be the best doctor of your stage or you can be the worst doctor of your stage. It makes no difference here or there.
If anything, if you're good, you get given more work.
Yeah. So what are we doing now?
We move on to work.
If you weren't a psychiatrist, and to me, I guess if I wasn't a radiologist, what type of doctor would you have been?
So we actually did a video about this, if some of you loyal fans remember. We'll link it up here somewhere. The main career I was thinking about was GP. Then I think one of the out there specialties I thought about was ENT, but only like the non-surgical side of ENT. The practical SHO job of the ENT, not theatre. I hate theatre. But I think GP. I even applied for GP, like I got a GP place and a psych place, and I chose to go into psychiatry, so GP would be the thing I would have gone into.
I think I remember that was the opposite of me. I think I never wanted to do GP. That either would have been some sort of surgeon, like urology type, not general surgery. I don't want to be up that often in the night.
Yeah.
Or I think if I did something medical, probably like cardiology, because I quite like procedures.
But yeah, if you want to hear like more detailed answers, just click the video up there.
Yeah.
Do you feel that doing YouTube has affected your approach to medicine?
Probably not.
No?
I don't know. I feel like it's so separate and kind of unrelated. Not unrelated, but you know, the way I'm going to behave at work is the way I'm going to behave at work because goes without saying we have quite serious jobs. So you have to be professional, and the way I am at work is quite professional.
Yeah.
So I don't really think doing YouTube has affected the way I approach work. I think the only thing I'd say is it's been nice to have a hobby outside of work that you kind of dedicate time to religiously. Because otherwise it just becomes, oh, I'm revising, and that's kind of the only thing you do. Whereas it's quite nice to just be like, oh, actually, you know what, I'm revising, but I have to edit this video. And in a way, it's quite nice, I think.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. It hasn't changed the way I like behave at work or the way I do anything at work.
I've seen your work, mate. No paparazzi, no paparazzi.
The only thing I'd say is being doctors on YouTube or social media or whatever, I think for me, and I think for you as well, it comes with a slight pressure of not being shit.
True.
Like, you don't want to be known as that doctor or that psychiatrist, that radiologist that's really bad because they do YouTube or is really bad and does YouTube. There is a certain added pressure of making sure that you're good and passing your exams and doing all that stuff, because we talk about medicine, and to be able to talk about medicine with any sort of authority or talk about our specialties with any authority, you can't be bad.
We're not saying we're amazing. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm sick or like whatever, but I agree with you. I think naturally me, and also I guess you, we're not going to be bad anyway because you kind of have that shame.
Yeah.
And you want to be good for the sake of being good. But yeah, I guess not that you said it. If I'm out here chatting about radiology and I'm just missing all sorts of stuff at work and lazy and not showing up and whatever, I think it's quite hypocritical.
Yeah. So I think that's the only thing that's maybe changed.
Oh, it's actually quite a juicy one.
Okay.
What do you think about pay restoration, and would you go on strike?
What do I think of pay restoration? I think it's needed. I think so. The stats, I think our salary's gone down 22% since 2008.
Isn't it 30%?
I think it's 30% including this year's inflation.
Oh, I see, okay.
In simple terms, I'm not worth 22% less than a doctor was worth in 2008, and therefore I think I should be remunerated accordingly. Yeah. So I think in essence it's a good thing.
And also on one off, you can kind of accept a pay cut, can't you? Yeah. I mean, I know it's a slippery slope, but fine, if the country's in a difficult time and they're saying, you know, you need to take a 5% cut this year, if you're well paid anyway and you feel well rewarded and well valued, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think now it's getting to the point where I wouldn't say I feel valued.
No.
I wouldn't say I do a job where I think my skills are valued at all.
I think part of that is not only has pay gone down over the last 15 years, it's other stuff at work that has got worse. Like parking is worse, rotating round's worse, messes are being shut down. There's very little like camaraderie and goodwill left because it's just been eroded over the last 15 years. So you're less likely to accept worse conditions because there's nothing really left. The tank's empty.
Long story short, pay restoration is needed.
Yeah.
And would I strike in a heartbeat?
Yeah.
People might not like that answer, but like I said, I don't particularly feel valued anymore.
Yeah.
And I'd strike in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
If you want a more nuanced view than we've just provided, you can check out this other video that we did, which we'll link up here somewhere. Rant over, anyway.
Yeah. This is one for you, Varun.
All right.
How did Varun get into teaching?
Okay, so I guess, thanks for the question, Bill. So I guess for those who don't know, which will be most people, I quite enjoy teaching. So after my foundation training, I did a teaching job at a medical school, which was a full-time job. And then even this year, I've been teaching like radiology anatomy at one of the medical schools 1 day a week. Quite enjoy it. I don't really know how I got into it. I never thought I'd enjoy teaching, but I think there's a few different reasons. So I think partly in my head, I still think of myself as a kid. So the fact that I get to go to university and just chat to like uni students, it's pretty cool. They're all pretty nice people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's quite a chill job. I guess second reason is I quickly realised that when you're having to teach people and they're asking you questions, you need to know what you're talking about to a reasonable extent. So it's a nice way for me to learn. And also I think as a consultant in this country, you have to have a second interest, whether it's management or teaching or whatever it is. And if I quite like teaching something, I might as well start to develop now. So yeah, that's kind of how I got into teaching. It was by complete chance. You ever fancy doing any teaching?
I know, I like kind of ad hoc teaching on the ward and stuff, but I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to do like more formalised teaching. Because obviously you had that F3 year where you had, essentially that was your basically full-time job. Yeah. So I've never had that to really get into it as much. So I'm not really sure. I think I'd like to be a supervisor. I think I like the mentorship role more than teaching itself.
Yeah, I think that I'd agree with you. I enjoy the mentorship part of it more. And I mean, you shouldn't say this, but when I was teaching, they were definitely like favorites. Not that it affects their results or anything, but like people kind of look up to you and you kind of like think, oh yeah, you know, take them under your wing as such. Okay, so the next part and the final part is miscellaneous. Yeah. Which is probably the juiciest section, I think.
Yeah, we just get some really random questions.
So Sanchit, what do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
Was there any more detail to that question?
No, that's the whole question.
I don't know, like 7? 8?
Really? You're right, mate.
I don't think I'm exceptional.
Oh.
I think I'm just like a normal guy, innit?
That's okay, mate.
7 to 8. You're a 10.
It is what it is, mate. If you can't love yourself, how you can love anyone else?
That's fair.
What else? What other questions do we have? And the last question, which is quite juicy actually. So it's been sent in by one of our friends who says, "You two don't look very British." What do you mean we don't look British, mate?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? So to put it into context, on our reaction videos we always put them as like British doctors react.
Yeah.
And we got a few comments from people saying you two don't look very British, and then sometimes little turban men. So obviously people being racist, saying British people are only white, or etc etc.
We'll put the comments here so you
yeah, we'll put them here. Some of them are quite graphic. I think you were a lot more surprised by the comments than I was. I was just like, oh, just another day, just another Monday.
I think a couple of them I wasn't surprised, like the, oh, you don't look very British. Compared to the third comment we got, which I'll put up here now, that was quite aggressive racism. And that's the one that surprised me. I think the first two, I was like, I assume this is pretty normal for people that make content on the internet. The third one, I was like, holy crap, this is like legit racism. On a YouTube video about watching The Simpsons, like, it just doesn't make sense. Who is watching this video about The Simpsons and writing this comment? And like, bear in mind, the video has like 30,000 views and there are 3 comments. So it's not like every other comment.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's a very minimal number of comments out of all the ones that we get. But I think the first two I was like, I sent them to you being like, oh lol, look at this. The third one I was like, what the hell is this? And the worst part is, people write this comment, and I think some people on the internet will write something or say something and have a bit of hate or whatever as like a throwaway comment, and then it will just be like oh, racist abuse, done, leave it. These people come back and double down on it. That's the craziest bit, is you'll make a joke out of it and they'll come in and be like, no, more racism.
Yeah, listen mate, people, I think your faith in people is far greater than mine.
Maybe.
I've met some vile people and these people haven't gone away. They're just out and about.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
But yeah, we're not making light of racism. It just seems a bit pathetic. And these people obviously aren't very clever, and they're not very switched on, and it's all a bit ridiculous, but we just thought we'd include it because something new that happened to us, like literally today and yesterday.
On that note, that's the end of the Q&A. Hope you guys got to know us a bit better, and if you've got any further questions for us, feel free to drop them down below.
Yeah.
And apart from all of that, we will see you guys same place, same time next week.
Yeah.
And 2,000 subscriber Q&A coming soon apparently. Next week.
Give it another couple of weeks,
At this rate, it'll be next week, man. Yeah. Anyway, see you guys later.